Last week, as most of you know, I was at the ELCA Churchwide Assembly in Columbus, Ohio. This is when ELCA churches and synods from across the United States and the Caribbean, I might add, gathered, just as they do every 3 years, to conduct the business of the churchwide organization. The first full day of the assembly was, well, a blend of confusing, inspiring, frustrating even. Before we could even finalize this agenda for the assembly, there was a time for amendments and debate. Surely this would be a formality, right? And we would move straight to voting? Wrong. Someone made a motion to cancel all breaks and drop 30 minutes worth of videos from the schedule in order to create more time for discussion of important topics. But that amendment was quickly amended, and we found ourselves debating whether or not to add the breaks back to the schedule. And at this point, we were debating an amendment to an amendment, and I was lost. When all was said and done, we spent 30 minutes discussing, debating, and voting. And all we decided was to keep the breaks and drop the 30 minutes of videos. So if you're keeping score at home, we spent 30 minutes debating whether to add 30 minutes for additional debate. Net time gained, 0. The assembly was clearly off to a great start. At the end of the first day, the delegation from the Northwestern Ohio Synod, Bishop Daniel Bowden, the Synod staff, and several pastors and lay leaders from Northwestern Ohio, walked to a local park to pray and discuss the events of the day. After leading us in a short meditation, Bishop Daniel asked each of us to use a word or a phrase to explain how we felt the day went. When it was my turn, the only word I could think of was glacial. The idea that we debated breaks and video clips for 30 minutes will just forever be mind-boggling to me. This was a good use of 1,000 people's time. After I offered my word, glacial, I lamented how slowly the ELCA as a church-wide body acts on issues that really matter on a congregational level. A shortage of pastors, aging congregations, failure to bounce back from COVID, the apathy or outright disdain for organized religion from the millennials and Gen Z. And if they were to watch this assembly and watch us debate for 30 minutes on breaks and videos, I can kind of get it. I ended my lament/rant by offering the thought, if we can innovate on the synod and congregational level, why can't the church-wide body do it? And then I offered for this group myself and First Lutheran as an example of that innovation. You see, 5 years ago, would any of you guessed that right now, a synodically authorized minister that was attending a 2-year accelerated MDiv program at a seminary in Minnesota would be leading worship in Galion, Ohio, nearly every Sunday? Of course not. And yet, here we are. The seminaries are innovating. The synods, they're innovating. And most importantly, our churches are innovating. First Lutheran is part of that innovation too. The churchwide organization, the ELCA, will be changed starting at the congregational level. It will not be trickle-down change. It will be grassroots change. And that means us. Change and innovation will flow up, not down. It will not be a room of 1,000 people willing to spend 30 minutes debating an agenda. No. We have and will continue to innovate here at First Lutheran. And this is how we will continue to join the work that God is doing here in Gallion, Ohio. Peace to you as you continue your week.